Hello everybody, today we're gonna see about correlation analysis and especially how to calculate correlation between multiple variables using RStudio. So first let's import our dataset. My format is in Excel, so I will show the location. The location is in desktop. The data name is agronomy, so I will import it to my RStudio. And as all of you know that correlation is one way to quantify a relationship between two variables, and especially the Pearson correlation coefficient, and which it measures of the linear associations between two variables, and it ranges between -1 and +1, where -1 indicates a perfectly negative linear correlation between two variables, and while 0 indicates no linear correlation between two variables, and lastly 1 or the +1 indicates a perfectly positive linear correlation between two variables. So this tutorial will briefly explain how to calculate the correlation between multiple variables, between two variables, and also between all variables. So for this tutorial, we already imported our data. So let's check our data structure by typing str and writing our data name is agronomy. So you will get some result, or you will get some structure. So the structure is rep, and rep is numeric, treatment is a character, and here are our response variables that are going to measure their correlation or their linear association. So if you want to compare between two variables, you have to type core and write your data name, and also use the $sign to attach the variables that they are going to correlate. Here is planted, and followed by comma, and again write your data name and use $sign to attach the other variable that are going to correlate. So here is a spike length, so type this one and run. So we will get the result 0.76, which is a strong correlation between the planted and the spike lengths. And at the same time, if you want to run multiple variables, for example, if you're interested to correlate 3 variables from your data, you have to type core and indicate your data name or write your data name. Then among that, you have to indicate also your variables that you are going to correlate. Here is a planted by under the double quotation and followed by comma, and spike per plant is the other variable, and again here also biomass. So if you want to do this, type this one and run. So it will give you 3 as we mentioned here. It's 3 variables, so you will get 3 variables here, and among these spikelet as well as the relationship between spikelet per plant and biomass yield is around 0.94, which is around perfectly positive linear correlation. So it is very strong. And if you want to add also more further, you have to follow by comma, and you have to add, here is 1000 seed weight. Yeah, here is TSW. Let's copy and let's use double quotation, then paste here. So we'll have for sorry, there is error. Okay, so you have to type here and run, so you will get such type of result. The previous one was 3, now it is 4. So since we added the biomass yield. So by this way you can correlate it between 4 or 3 or 5 variables. But if you are interested to correlate all variables, you have to type core and you indicate your data name only. So by this way you can do your analysis. But here it is error. So whenever you just face that type of error is very good for you, because R is mostly you can teach from your error, so it is your best teacher. So the reason is X must be what? Numeric. So our coming to our structure, here is the treatment is a character, so it should be to what? It should be changed to numeric. It should be numeric in order to correlate all the parameters or all the variables. So, but if you face such type of difficulties, we can reduce this error by typing this one, because this syntax will show you or will correlate only the variables that contains what? Numerical value. But here the treatment is a character, so it will not consider, or it is ignore the treatment and correlate the rest parameter. So to do that, type core and indicate your data, then unlist, and from this apply from agronomic data only correlate what? Numeric value. So type this one and run. So it excluded the treatment, as you see here. But the other problem here is it also consider what? Replication. So you have to remove this replication from the your data, either by removing or by checking from this, by removing here, or by fixing. So in order to fix that, type fix, then write your data agronomy. Here is agronomy. So run. So here is the replication is numeric, so it is what? It should be changed to character. Should change it to be character. So let's again type this one and run. So it also excluded replication from our correlation or from the associations. So by this way you can minimize or reduce your error. And if you want to visualize correlations, you have to load this package by either from internet or from the zip package. So type library and the name PSYCH. So run this one and also write pairs.panels agronomy data. So it will give you some image on the right side of our studio. So this is all about today's tutorial. If you have any question regarding to my tutorial, you can address me through my email wakjartasfam@gmail.com or through YouTube comment box. Thank you for watching.